They're here to watch us, Jesse.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, what's up, everybody in the Netherlands?
Welcome to the stream. We are 2 minutes into the game, Netherlands, Austria.
How do you say hello?
Hoi.
Hoi!
Hoi.
Hoi!
Hoi, iedereen. Yeah, let's see if we can get some Dutch viewers in here. They might also be too preoccupied, which I totally get.
Right.
There's no way 100% of them are out watching. Like, does anybody watch from home? And I'm being dead serious. I don't know.
Yeah, people are watching from home. There's even people... I know some people that rent out hotel rooms to watch it in silence.
That's hilarious.
That is hilarious.
Just so they can
Just
focus
like,
on the game.
No wife, no kids, no friends. I just want to watch the
Yeah,
game.
literally,
actually
mostly
love
no
that
kids.
a
That's what they
little
said.
I feel that. I actually watch a lot of games that way myself at home.
Well,
so.
dude,
Yeah.
JJ, you and I have talked about that. Like, for real, one of my favorite things about where we get to watch hockey games up in the press box is it's away from everyone else.
Yeah, it's a different vibe up there. It's quiet. It's focused. It's watching hockey, less to do about the entertainment side and purely about watching the sport.
Yeah.
So, I'm with that.
I get that.
In fact, yeah, now that I realize that's exactly how I watch 99% of things
Now
that
that
I
I
watch.
think about it, I will be renting hotel rooms to watch all
Exactly.
future sporting
Well, I mean, my
events.
wife isn't the one that isn't the type of wife that cares about sports whatsoever, so she's not going to sit there. She did watch the third period with me last night and pretended to care, pretended to get stressed at the end. But for the most part, I watch a lot of sports by myself, and I love it that way.
Yeah, my wife did that too, actually. She works in sports events, but she cares way more about what's happening behind the scenes. And then if we actually are talking about watching a game, she's like, oh, yeah, sure. So yesterday, the third period, she
Sitting on their phone, right?
joined
like,
me a little bit. Yeah.
We got to make sure to keep our eyes on that France result as well.
Yeah. Because that is going to be important to see who comes in first in this group. It's right now it's tied between the Netherlands and France. Because the number one is going to have a way easier way out of the group stage and into the finals, basically.
And that's only the first round of today's game. Of course, at 1 o'clock, Denmark, Serbia, and England, Slovenia. A lot to still unfold out of today's results in that group as well.
Yeah. Yeah, this is... I love the Euro so much. I love this time of year so much. It's summertime. You watch soccer with all your friends. Well, I'm doing it with you guys, but...
That's all right.
No,
I'm sitting here roasting you on Twitter right now, so it's all right.
Oh, no.
No, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that to you.
What's fascinating to me, Jeroen, is the best players, right? The guys who play all year long with their club, then they're going to go and be international starters. They get no break. Because once the Euro's over, they're jumping right back into preseason, and club starts again back here in August. So when you're one of the best soccer players, you are playing year-round every year. Because then, of course, there's qualifiers, there's the tournaments.
So many big players have complained about it too, because there's more and more interesting games now too. They're gonna have the World Championships for teams here in the U.S. next year. The only reason they're doing that is because you can sell out stadiums, seeing those teams play against each other. But those players have to play more and more and more.
Oh no, an own goal to start the game.
I thought he swallowed his tongue. I was looking down.
Oh,
An own goal?
Yeah, an own goal.
Oh no! Do you know how many own goals have been? I think there have been more own goals in this Euro than there have been goals that have been disallowed.
Own goal is the top scorer of this tournament.
Yeah.
It's for real.
So many disallowed goals too, thanks to technology and VAR. We're constantly reviewing goals, and
Oh boy. Yeah, that's an own goal by Donjan
It's a
Malen.
sick goal if it wasn't an own goal.
So this is
Buries
our right winger who didn't get a start in the first two games.
Oh, my.
Just
Beautiful
buries it,
kick.
right?
What a shot.
Just finds the back of the net.
Oh boy.
Oh man.
Just finds the back of that. That's a goal scorer's goal right there. Stretches out, finds a way to get it done.
We're only 7 minutes in. We got
Plenty of
about
time.
90
Plenty of
minutes to go. If
And
we
a
have
tie.
as
All right.
much.
I was talking about. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say a tie works well for the Netherlands, right?
It's good enough to come in
Is,
second.
is there a
but-
nightmare result here?
Not for the Netherlands. They're third.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
All right.
The thing is,
Oh
They
my
could-
God! Make a decision, dude.
They could still come in third if Austria wins, I believe. And if you're third, we are going to be the best thirds in the group. It's a little weird, but like most teams that come in third
This is
go
going to
through.
confuse Jesse. I don't know
Yeah.
if we even want to open that can of worms.
The number two and number one
I
and
heard
two of every
no. There's
group.
no nightmare result, and I just went back to typing. Okay, good. So we're fine.
Well, he was trying to say, so in the group stage, right, the best 2 teams come out of it. But in some of those groups, the third team comes out as well.
So it's like offsides, just whatever they decide on that day.
No real concrete answers for you.
Do you
France,
have
Poland.
StreamYard pulled up? I see a comment, but I can't read it from here.
And you guys'
I
vision
don't, but I can pull
sucks.
it up.
Yeah.
Things.
Netherlands have. Freak! I thought I could read that.
I could just walk up to it.
Netherlands here. Hey, living in Colorado.
Woo!
Oh, nice. Renee.
All right,
Hoyt.
all right. I'll pull it up so we can.
Hey, Renee. So there's a Dutch guy watching here who's been living in Colorado for 8 years. I've got a little while to go to get to 8 years. I've been here for almost 3. But welcome, Renee. Are you watching from home or? I'm curious now. And how are you experiencing the Euros in Colorado? It's a little weird for me having a major, what we call end tournament, not being in the Netherlands, not seeing all that craziness.
And there's no real established place. Like you brought up on
Nice,
the
watching
daily.
from home.
You brought up on the daily that Tappenberger is a place that has been for this tournament in particular a good spot for Dutch people, but
Yeah.
there's no like Dutch bar that's constantly the best place,
Yeah.
and that's sad. That sucks. For a while my dad owned Spanish restaurants, and he tried to establish his restaurants as like this is the place to watch Spanish games. That's where we watched the World Cup. I don't know if you remember that World Cup at all.
I don't want to talk about it.
When Spain
We
beat,
lost again in
who
the
was it?
final against.
Oh yeah, the Netherlands.
Yeah.
That's where we
Iniesta
saw
in-
a couple Euro
Excellent.
championships, and he ultimately ended up selling those restaurants. So then the Spanish people once again don't really have anywhere to watch. So it'd be cool if those can start to get established. I know the British Bulldog was a place downtown for a while just for any soccer to be watched, but it didn't have that same feel of like, no, this is exclusively for Dutch people. This is
Yeah.
exclusively for Austrians.
I think it's also just because there's a lot of those people, but there's not enough,
Mhm.
to fill the streets or whatever.
Sure.
And I think there's a few hundred Dutch people in Colorado. It's quite a lot. I went to Tappenberger for the last game of the Netherlands versus France last Friday. There were, I'm guessing, about 60, 70 Dutch people. And not to sound negative at all, but there's a lot of older people who just come there to be in that Dutch community. It's organized by older Dutch people. So it's not the same as getting drunk with your 20 to 30-year-old friends or 15 to 30-year-old friends because we're Europeans.
Nothing like getting drunk with a 15-year-old, am I right?
Yeah.
So it was a lot of fun to be there, but it's not people that are super soccer-minded, watch every game,
Mm-hmm.
and then watch everything together and all root for the same team.
But I guess it makes sense. We're miles and miles away from all of that. Just the fact that you have anybody to watch it with is a testament
Is-
to what
yeah.
the world has become and how small it's gotten.
Yeah. I'm a little sad right now.
Yeah, you should be.
Dude.
Well, luckily for you, Poland laid an absolute egg in this tournament,
Yeah,
and that's what makes it a pretty much risk-free game here.
that is true. Because they were so bad as the number 3, am I
Mhm.
correct?
Yep.
That a lot of other number 3s don't need as many points to still go through. Does that make sense, Jesse?
I
You just
mean,
said to pretend like
the
it makes
fact
sense.
that you've got in the group stage some groups that advance 2 teams, some that advance 3 teams. This is kind of a Mickey Mouse tournament. If you're gonna, no, I'm just kidding. But I really don't understand
This is a
why,
new
why,
format.
Why? Okay, all right.
Yeah.
But why did I feel like all soccer tournaments are like this? Like they're all way more confusing than they need to be.
They've become more confusing, mostly because of what we
So
just
do
talked
you-
about,
do you
to
wanna-
play more games and to sell more tickets.
See, but do you want to know why soccer or football will never be that big in the U.S.? It's for the same reason hockey struggles. There's too many rules. That's why football is so popular. Big man smash, score ball over line. That's all you have to know to follow American football. You know what I mean?
It's so wild. I mean, I grew up watching football,
Mm-hmm.
soccer. My whole life, everything was soccer. So I can't imagine not knowing the rules.
Oh, dude. I mean, you don't have to tell me. Like I said, hockey fights the exact same battle
Yeah.
because it's fast paced. There's whistles, and JJ and I sit up there, and I know what every whistle is. It's a hand pass. It's an offside. It's an icing. But when I watch with casual fans, even big sports fans, half the whistles in the game. What's that? Wait, why'd
What
they blow
just
the
happened?
whistle?
He was on a
Yeah.
breakaway.
Right.
Oh, that was me the first 2-3 months when I went
This
to
is the
games with you.
signal for delayed penalty. It's also
Oh,
signal
that was so
for an
bad.
icing. It's also the signal for a delayed offside. And it's like, if you don't know what you're looking at, and hockey struggles because you still have so many old school hockey guys who have this like, well, if you don't understand, you just don't get it. It's the greatest sport. If you don't get it, you don't. And it's like,
Yeah.
okay, cool. You have to be way okay. You have to be okay with a salary cap the third of the NFL then. A fourth of the NFL. Like,
Yeah.
you're just never gonna gain that much popularity. And going back to what you guys were talking about this morning with the Copa America, changing when your
Oh,
tournament
yeah.
is every 6 months, that you're not going to get anybody to tune in and watch.
Yeah,
When
that's
no
an
one knows
absolute-
when it is.
That's an absolutely wild tournament. I didn't even mention in this morning's show that sometimes they invite teams. This year it's CONCACAF teams, so Jamaica, Panama, Canada, U.S. The last time they did that, they invited Qatar and Japan.
Yeah, makes sense. Right next to Canada and the U.S. naturally.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, it's just that is for sure what I've always struggled with. Is it seems like there's a lot of minutia in this game that if you haven't been following it your whole life, it's hard to follow at times.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. Like what I said, I've grown up in such a soccer-centric world
Right.
that no one didn't know the rules. And if you didn't know, you were, not to be misogynistic, but you were a woman that didn't follow it, and we laughed at you at the Euros or the World Cup because everyone would go to the bar, also the people that didn't follow soccer. And that's kind of it.
See, but let me ask you this: as someone who's how long is a game?
90 minutes. Is it, though? No, you got injury time.
All right, so when this clock hits 90, the game's gonna be over.
Nope, because right now you see that the clock is still ticking, but the game is stopped. But the clock keeps ticking. The thing about it is
It happens
that
in the NFL?
the referee adds up
No,
that
it doesn't
time.
because they don't add anything. That's why in the NFL they ultimately end up playing. I know you're playing devil's advocate
I'm
here,
not playing devil's advocate. I'm proving a point.
but in the NFL,
So hold on. I want to make sure that I'm pointing out. My question was, how long is the game?
in the NFL, you've even said it before. What's the stat?
It's 11 minutes. I hate it.
They
It's
play
horrible.
11
It's so
minutes,
boring.
but the
Yeah.
clock says what? I honestly don't even know. I don't
It's
watch football.
4:15, so I think it's 60.
60. So in soccer, when there's 90 minutes, there's 90 minutes being played.
Yep.
There's no wasted clock. It's just added.
You know what else does that? Stopping the clock.
Which well,
Which is hockey.
there's
Hockey. That's
people-
why. That's what makes hockey the best sport on the planet.
there's people in soccer talking about that, doing that now, about playing.
Well, and again, this is my point. The answer should have been, oh, it's 90 minutes long. But now there's an explanation of, oh, well, this is why you have to do it, and the clock is running, but you're not sure how long it's going to be stopped, and if this
But
guy goes out,
the thing
and then
is-
it's plus time.
The thing is, does it matter? Does it matter that
Yes.
at 45 it suddenly says +1?
I think this is where tradition comes into the
and,
game, right?
And my whole, this is all making the point of, like, there's too many rules.
I feel like
That's not a rule,
soccer
though.
has been around longer than the invention of the ability to stop a clock.
and they still haven't figured it out.
And so they just kept it the way it was, right? Tradition.
I feel like soccer is the easiest game to play.
It's the
100%.
You don't
It's
need
no doubt about it.
skates.
Yep.
You don't need all this
100%.
protection.
I absolutely disagree. As
Maybe
somebody who
basketball.
plays both sports,
Hold on. It's the most accessible.
That's what I
the three
meant.
of us.
Yes,
I have a
yes.
soccer ball in my car right now. We could
That's
go,
all we need
We could
is
go
a
get
ball.
a game going outside.
Right.
I
Yes.
completely agree with that.
Yep. As far as being easy, you can't coast in soccer.
Oh, dude, I've told people my whole life that's why I play hockey. I picked the sport that you can coast.
The equipment is tiny little shin pads, right? Because if you have big shin pads, you're an absolute bender out there. The smaller your shin pads are, the cooler you look.
Yeah.
So I
I learned that watching Wrexham.
personally
I'm being dead serious.
experience more injuries playing soccer than hockey, hands down.
You're also just a little bit of a weenie and you get hurt really easily.
No. I'm not a weenie. I'm a big
Well, you got some
tough guy.
more
We
comments,
got
I think.
some claps for JJ.
Oh,
Claps. I got bruises right now from soccer. Can you see that bruise on the camera? Yeah, it's coming through on the camera. That's a soccer bruise, not a hockey bruise.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's easy to play. I think it's accessible. as
Yeah,
hell.
yeah.
accessible. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
I mean,
And that's what makes
Other
hockey so
language and
tough,
stuff.
right? Like,
it's my third language.
Well,
English.
but I knew what you meant. I knew that you meant like it's easy to go out and get a game together.
Exactly.
But as we're to your point, like at its most convenient, we could probably go to that like outdoor roller hockey rink in Lowry, like right now.
but Jay can't play because he probably
Right.
doesn't have rollerblades, he doesn't have gloves, he doesn't have a stick.
right. But that's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
at its most accessible, we could probably go to that outdoor roller hockey rink, and even then,
We'd have to put Jay in goal.
no stick.
But because of that, I would have thought that soccer could grow a lot faster in the U.S. than it has been, because anyone can play, so you could get a lot of talent. But from what I've learned is that kids play soccer, and then you stop playing soccer because it's not cool or something, and that's changing. But
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I was always made fun of growing up for being a soccer player. I think it's a lack of championships, right? Here in America, we want to see championships, and if Team USA isn't out winning championships, nobody cares, right?
Yeah.
What people do see is an NBA championship. And they're like, oh, basketball's so cool. I want to play NBA. I want to be like that guy. Football's obviously the biggest championship in the country.
yeah, I think you said that before too. That as long as the U.S. doesn't have the best soccer league, Americans aren't going to care.
Well, and so do you remember, Jay? I asked you at some point. I said, where does the MLS like rank?
It's probably like the 8th or 9th country in the world.
Yeah. Then I'm
Right
with
now,
you.
like
If-
that is with all the progression it's made.
Mhm.
Now they're like maybe in 8th or 9th place.
And yeah, they have made a lot of progress. It's turning into a retirement home for
Yeah.
the other, but we'll take that over what it used to be. When it
Yeah.
used to just be the
For sure.
AHL of
See, I wouldn't even. Cause I, think
I wouldn't even say that either.
Yeah, I
You're
said
right.
the AHL is the second at worst, third league in the world.
I mean, we had some fun players come through the MLS in the past. I think one that stands out to me the most was Valderrama. Do you remember Valderrama, the Colombian dude with the big blonde afro?
I feel like the MLS is like that league that Yager plays in, like the Czech 2 league.
Yeah. I'm not gonna
The
argue.
MLS
It used to be.
semi-pro, not
So, like-
professional, but semi-pro.
Now it's at least pro. I mean,
Yeah,
obviously with Messi being
But however, you so with all you were saying earlier, there's not a single single U.S. player, single U.S. starter that plays in the MLS.
yeah.
I think that's
So the MLS
a
isn't
pretty big
as
accolade
but that does mean that
for the USA.
there's a lot
team.
of American
Yes.
players. Yeah,
That's a huge
American soccer in general
mark
is
against MLS.
seeing a big increase in quality
Yeah.
because they're not playing in the U.S. anymore.
It was all the David Beckham deal. That was the catalyst.
Yeah.
Once he got here and went to the Galaxy, everything blew up. I think that coincidentally was the first year of Dick's Sporting Goods Park. So I think it all kind of went hand in hand. The expansion of growing new stadiums, bringing in some, albeit older players, but good ones.
I said this once, and
And I'll say it again.
Soccer people were about to come after me. You know what would increase the popularity of soccer in the U.S.? If you made a league where you adjusted some of the rules. You made the field a little bit smaller. I'm being dead serious. We're talking about its popularity in the U.S. This sport just moves too slow.
Okay, but
I hate everything that you
the
just
world doesn't revolve around the U.S.
Well, I know, but we're talking about. I said make a league. I'm not saying change everything about
but
soccer.
if you
I said
do
make
that-
a league in the U.S. where you make the field a little bit smaller. Again, if they're coming here to retire anyways, make it kind of the live golf of soccer. Give U.S. fans something to be eager about.
There is something in Spain happening like that now. That's a
Oh,
way
really?
smaller
Does the
field.
world revolve around Spain, Jay?
It sure does.
No, but it's mostly, retired players, like you said.
Right.
Oh, another blown
Well,
opportunity.
and
That's
that's
the
the same
second.
guy-
That's the second A+ chance that they've
And
had.
this is the same guy that made the
Just to miss
their
the
own
net.
goal.
Wait,
That was the guy that had the own goal. Yeah.
Oh, really? I thought it was the.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Kings League is interesting. I haven't really followed it quite
It's
yet.
set up by an ex-player of Barcelona.
But like every other sport is trying a 3-on-3
so close.
league.
That's essentially what it is.
And like I think that would be like I think indoor soccer is fun to watch.
I see.
Yeah.
I think it sucks.
To watch or to play.
Both.
Okay. Yeah.
It to me it feels like hockey with a bunch of people who don't understand hockey, right? It's like if we just played this like hockey, we'd be a lot better. Instead, it's so much
But, like,
north south
I
I
sprinting.
feel like it's a lot less tactical and it's just
It's just sprinting.
yeah.
Totally. Because this feels like a chess match. Which
Right.
if you're
Yeah.
if you're really into soccer, I completely understand why you like that because you understand a lot of what you're looking at. We were talking about getting casual fans and growing it on this side of the world. I think having a place where you could put on display the talent and the raw skill of some of these players that isn't so, just moving the pieces here and there. I think you'd garner a lot of popularity, and then you'd get some familiarity with player names and stuff like that.
I think saying that it's not popular and not growing would be
I didn't say it
would
wasn't
be a
growing.
fallacy. It's
I think
bigger
it's-
than hockey.
Depending on how you measure it.
The sport.
Again, depending on how you measure that.
I bet you the ratings for this are gonna absolutely dunk.
International or U.S. or domestic?
The U.S. ratings for this are gonna dunk on the Stanley Cup,
What do you mean for this game?
the tournament.
And again, what do you
All right,
mean
we'll
the
go
Stanley
we'll
Cup?
say to the final. The final versus the final, it's gonna be
Well, 'cause it's one game versus 7.
okay. The ratings, I think the popularity, the interest overall is just there's way more people that care about this than care about hockey.
Again, care about what? The Euro Cup?
Yes.
Domestically in the U.S.
Yes. Now, if you want to talk the MLS, that's where it's nobody cares.
Right.
But this, I think there's a
I
huge
do
fan base
think-
for.
I completely agree.
I do think way more people than you know are tuning into this.
Oh, I'm sure there's millions of people that are tuning into the Euro Cup. Like, I understand that soccer is an internationally popular sport at the international level and at the EPL level, but I just don't like. I
So
don't, I
when
don't
you're
think,
saying that
I-
in your mind, the growth of soccer, the popularity that you're referencing, is that just MLS related, or what are you saying?
no, I'm saying it's almost 100% international driven,
Mm-hmm.
and
As
not
opposed to
as in stuff here
MLS driven.
domestically. Well, again, just Team USA. Like again, nobody cares outside of the World Cup, and the men's team hasn't even been there the last handful of years. All the best players on the men's team don't play here domestically, so no one really knows who they are at the casual level. Again, I feel like soccer and hockey face a lot of the same challenges. The diehards are unbelievable diehards, and they watch everything. They tune in like crazy. But I think both sports struggle to attract casuals domestically in the U.S. Because, again, like you can go to some of those smaller Euro hockey leagues. They're 9,000-seat arenas, and they the stands are very similar to what you see at EPL matches, or whatever at this level.
I've been to a couple years back. Actually, it was a long time ago now. But 10 years ago, Roma played Manchester United here at Mile High Stadium. Shit was packed.
Oh, I'm sure.
I have a hard time thinking in the same size arena, you get an international hockey game, it probably isn't nearly as full. I don't know why I'm fighting this battle of soccer versus hockey. I love them both.
I don't think it's soccer versus hockey. You're the one who originally started saying soccer versus hockey. I'm saying that I'm agreeing with everything you're saying. That international soccer. I mean, this is.
But even Roma versus Manchester United, that's not international at all. Those are just two clubs that came for a friendly, and it was packed. 77,000
teams
people
from the U.S.
No, but they're not international teams. They're club teams.
They're not domestic teams to the U.S., though. Those are international.
So what you're
clubs
saying
coming in
is the Rapids versus
when
the Red Bulls.
When the Avs went to play in Finland, would you consider that them going in an international game?
Yes.
Thank you.
I guess I see what you're saying. When you're using the word international,
right?
To me, you're talking about
again. So let's right. But let's go the other way. The Avs went to Finland. The Arizona Coyotes went to Australia, and those buildings are packed because this is a professional.
Tiny buildings.
What?
How big were those buildings?
Well, but again, like the one that we went to in Sweden, I think was 18,000. Finland about the same. Again, they're two random teams for all intents and purposes, but it's a novelty. You don't get to see them. They're from the best league in the world.
Mm-hmm.
So again, I'm not like I think you're misconstruing what I'm saying here about soccer. I believe it is the most popular sport in the world, like by the numbers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah, by far.
So that's all I'm saying. I thought this conversation started with the growth of its popularity in the U.S. and the catching up it needs to do. And we were talking about the MLS. I was just saying, if you're wanting to talk about growing, we got a Dutch comment here. I have no idea what this says. It looks like someone says, "Hey."
I think you should take that off. It says, "Hey, what a terrible game." Not so nice language.
Jay said yesterday that he wanted specifically comments in
Dutch.
In Dutch that we couldn't.
Yes.
read.
Can't be picky about it then. If they're cussing at us in
That
Dutch,
is true.
that's fine.
That is true.
It's okay here.
Check your phone, JJ.
Yeah, so far this game sucks. We're not creating any chances, and I mean this is. I have a friend Scott who I watched the Netherlands France game with, and he told me you gotta watch out for Austria because their pressing is incredible, and they're a very strong team, and that's exactly what they're doing now. They're not waiting around. They're not defending. They're going for it, and I think the Netherlands is having trouble trying to break through to that because it's Austria. We should beat
So
them,
I guess
you know?
clarify, because I think you're using some terminology that's what's confusing me. Again, when you say international level, to me that's country versus country, right? And that's what confused me.
Sure.
So what does a popular version of soccer look like to you here?
In the U.S.?
Yes.
I mean, it's general fan interest. Like I would not consider soccer to be one of the four major North American sports. And
because of the MLS.
Well, I mean, that's how it's represented over here. So maybe you can tie it to that. Maybe you can tie it to the fact that the league over here isn't any good, relatively speaking. Relatively speaking, of course. Like, would you be as interested in hockey if the best league we had over here was the ECHL? Probably not. You'd be more interested in what's happening overseas in those leagues over there, and when you get to see international tournament play, because that's where all the best players are.
Mm-hmm.
Here in America, we know the best players aren't going to be here. Again, Team USA, none of the starters play in America. So there's just not an overly compelling reason to watch if you're American, unless you're talking about clubs coming from places other than the U.S. or Canada, the EPL, the 7 leagues that are above the MLS or at the international level. I just think it's hard for North Americans, I'll lump in Canada with this, to get as excited about it. So I think until you see the regular level of play increase here, and maybe unfortunately that is, the MLS, I just think you're really going to struggle with the casual, with gaining casual fans. I think the MLS doing the deal with Apple TV has greatly contributed to the growth of the popularity of the game here, because the games are accessible. Until that happened, if you asked me where to find an MLS game, I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
The thing is, though, that the United States team is so much stronger, too, than 10, 15 years ago. It's unbelievable. Like, they were nothing on the big stage until basically last World Cup, where people were like, wait, this U.S. team has a lot of talent.
Gakpo will score before half, no worries.
I hope so. I don't know. They're not creating enough to even get him there.
But the U.S. team...
Yeah, the U.S. team, so American players, even though they're playing... I mean, there's a reason they're playing in England now and in Italy. It's because they're that good now. They never were. So that means that there is growth.
For sure.
They still come from the U.S., which means that they go through, more and more, they go through American youth systems.
Programs.
Yeah. A lot of them right now, the little older ones, Pulisic, I think McKennie too, they went to Europe very quickly. But eventually there's an incentive for American teams and for the U.S. MNT to make sure that those players are growing and getting better in their own country. So because of that, I think there's a lot of incentive to grow the MLS into a better league. And
there should be massive incentive to grow the MLS into a better league.
And with the fact that there's more and more good players, you already see that somewhere in this American systems, things are going well. It just needs to grow into the MLS itself. Right now, they're being picked up by European teams too quickly.
Which is good for the and maybe having a successful national program, national men's program, because the women have been lights out for decades.
Oh yeah, well they're actually being caught up now.
Right. But maybe if the U.S. men's team had some success on the larger international stage, it just seems like such a struggle, because every 4 years the women go out and there's this huge galvanizing, everyone in America is rooting for them, and then that ends, and then I feel like it's just there's no soccer being put in front of casual fans. Again, you have to measure it based on casual fans. Your diehards are always going to die hard, right?
No, I agree.
They're always going to find it. How much are you growing it amongst someone like me? Genuinely, I actually, as much as this feels like I'm shitting on soccer, this is actually I've never sat down to watch a soccer game.
No, but that
I
is
have
the
genuine
thing.
interest.
But not
in it.
because it's not accessible. Like NBC paid a lot of money.
But I said interest.
NBC paid a lot of money to get the EPL exclusively.
Yep.
After bowing out of the NHL, right? ESPN Plus.
And then they're getting the NBA back. So weird.
Yeah. ESPN Plus has La Liga. Like, I think there's a reason these companies are putting a lot of money behind this, because they see it paying off. They're not gonna do it if they're not making money off of it. So
and I'm 100%. MLS has no stakes and will not reach peak popularity unless there is a relegation system. So,
oh man, I'm with that.
No,
I agree. All sports need that.
Anybody that's a big soccer fan is going to laugh their asses off at me saying this. I've gained interest in this because of the Wrexham show.
I feel like a lot of people have.
And I think that is something that I mean, you and I have talked about that all the time on the hockey side. Like, why don't these teams, the NFL is the operational model for professional sports leagues. Like, you don't have to like the sport. The way the league runs itself, it's an entertainment league. The sport is secondary for the people that run that league. But like they now have like HBO Hard Knocks. They've now turned it into an event. The team that gets announced, that gets picked to do Hard Knocks, is now like its own day, where it's like, ooh, we're gonna find out today who's on the behind the scenes. Like they have figured out that's what people want to see.
Good save.
That was a crazy save.
Yeah.
Watching the show about Wrexham.
Oh no!
Oh,
goalie! Is that a penalty?
No, he threw himself on the floor.
Gee,
Bobbled it.
then it's an incredible save. That guy is 21 years old. Bart Verbruggen.
The goalie.
Yeah,
His name is Bart.
Bart. Yeah.
Almost dick-handed this
The
one.
fact that
Look
he
at this
even
right
needed
here.
to be there is.
Ah!
What a blown chance there.
Dude, seriously.
Oh yeah, that was nice. The ball.
I love the relegation system. To go back to
Yeah,
our
well,
conversation,
dude,
I really
the-
wish
the-
every sport had it.
The drama of it. I do hate. Like I hate that the champion is just awarded to whoever finished first. I hate that there's no playoff system.
That is-
But I love I love the drama of the relegation.
Well, then I'm the weird guy here. I would think that it doesn't work in the U.S. This is a European. This
It
this
won't
is
work
a
in
Euro-
the U.S. because of money-hungry owners that we have.
But it's not.
Well,
It's
there's
more
no
than
other
that.
league.
There's.
What are you gonna
no,
relegate them
there,
to?
There is another league.
Real?
well, you can
There
make
is another
a
league.
second. Well, I mean,
But-
in every sport though. Like,
But
instead of adding 32 teams to the fucking league, pardon my Dutch, they limit it to 20, and
No,
then the
but-
next league has 20, and then the next league has 20.
You could do this, but this is a very European mindset. This is a very soccer-minded mindset. You got to think about the fact that we're in the U.S. where no one does promotion and relegation, and that is why American leagues are the most profitable in the world. That's why there's so much money to be made. That's why the fan experience is so great in this country. Go to any European soccer stadium. It's incredible because of the people, but if you're a casual fan, you're terrified. There's people, no, there's people with kids that don't want to go to games anymore because it's just too dangerous.
Right.
If you come to a stadium here,
You and I were
I
talking
w-
about that. I saw that tweet that was like, "Hey, if you're in the area for this game and you're a fan of this team, like avoid this street. Like they're
Yeah.
ambushing people." I
Yeah.
was like, "Whoa."
if I went to a Rockies game with my family. My family was over last week. We went to a Rockies game. My mom, who is not a big sports fan, thought it was incredible. It was amazing because you had enough room to walk around. It was busy. You could get good foods. You could watch the game from anywhere. She didn't care about the game.
Yeah, nobody there
she,
does.
But she paid a ticket to get there.
Yeah.
That is how you grow the game. Because eventually those casual fans turn into actual fans, but you need them to be casual fans 1st.
Mm-hmm.
Here, that is through getting them into a stadium, not through having them watch it on TV.
I agree with that. You got to get people through the door.
The biggest mistake they made was putting the Rapids Stadium out in Commerce City. Like that was a huge, huge fail. Had it been Rhino, like think of all the land that was accessible in Rhino 10 years ago that's now being developed in these giant apartments. They probably could have gotten something there for
So-
cheap, something walkable from all the bars. It would be as have you seen how big it is in like Portland? Because they have it in their it's their equivalent of 16th Street Mall. They-
And then what's the other one that we were at
Seattle's
this
huge.
year?
St. Louis was incredible. I mean, downtown was dead, but it was downtown.
Yeah.
And I've seen one of the games a few weeks ago. The whole, everything outside of the
The location of the location.
it was packed.
Could
It
have
was
been so much better.
absolutely packed around the
You're
stadium.
not going to grow the
See,
game
but-
in
so-
Commerce City.
So here's why I think the relegation.
What is happening?
Oh no.
Why is the game?
Oh, oh.
The game is turning off and on here. Ooh, just in time.
That's what we needed.
Oh, Memphis!
Oh,
my
my gosh.
Oh my god.
I think the headband on a soccer player is another failure too.
Oh,
F.
don't talk about that because
F.
Dutch people will get at you. There's been more controversy about his headband than about how the team is playing.
That's probably what messed up that header.
Probably.
That is probably going to be Dutch headlines tomorrow.
The reason that I think, and again, this is genuinely from a casual fan's perspective, trying to get into soccer.
Are you actually trying to get into it, or are you just
Well,
like
dude,
saying, I wish they would do
Sports
more
are
to get
fun,
me
but
into
you
it?
want to see more
Sports
sports.
are
That's
fun.
how
and
I
dude,
feel about hockey.
So genuinely, like, again, I don't know if this makes me a total noob, like the Wrexham thing, but like, dude, I've loved watching that, and like I've loved.
But you love watching the documentary. You haven't caught a single Wrexham game, have you? Have you been like,
I haven't
when's the
sat
next?
down and watched. No, so this is where I'm going. So
Okay.
hold on, listen to what I'm saying. I totally exactly what Jay said, dude. I was getting emotional at multiple points watching the Wrexham series because it's the drama and it's the fan base and it's what it means. You know, in the EPL, where I also think it's, or not necessarily the EPL, but in the leagues over in Europe, whether it be the Spanish league or the English league, whatever. What also makes it different about, you know, there to here. Let's use Wrexham because that's what I'm talking about. I don't know what the population is. That's a small town. The only professional sports team they have is a football club. In Denver, you've got an 80,000 person football arena. You got a 20,000 person indoor arena that houses an NBA team, an NHL team, technically a lacrosse team.
You can leave that out.
You've got one of the most beautiful baseball stadiums in the world that houses a team posing as a baseball team.
Well said. Well said.
That being
like
said,
this so
I
far.
know where you're
And
going.
then you've got so where I'm going with this is I love the drama and the tie that the community has and the ups and downs of these games. And I do think in the most dramatic moments, what we watched yesterday with Italy and Croatia,
Okay.
I think that's unbelievable theater. And I love sports and I love the drama and the emotion of sports. Baseball introduced a pitch clock because they said nobody can sit through these games with nothing happening. Your family went and had a great time at the baseball game. I'll bet you were there for about 2 hours, maybe a little bit
We
less.
watched until the end of the game and we said, it's already over.
Yep.
Because we didn't care about the game.
There's, again, just my honest opinion. There's too much that happens in a soccer game where it just feels like it's all neutral zone play and there isn't that like intense drama. So I think adding a relegation system would give soccer in North America a unique thing that none of the other leagues have that I think would drive a ton of, in my opinion, a ton of interest to this is the drama.
I get what
I
you
agree.
mean. I get what you mean.
I agree.
But that also would have meant that none of those soccer teams would have been as expensive, as worth.
That's
as
what I was
much.
gonna say. How much is a franchise worth right now? What's one of the newer ones? How much did they
they're
have to
about
pay to
100
join the league?
110 million, I believe. Let me check it.
for what?
To
For MLS?
yeah.
Oh, that's no. To buy a new team is like 500 million now.
So there you go. $500 million just to get relegated in your first
Exactly.
year of existence.
That's the thing. And if it wouldn't have been worth as much, the stadiums wouldn't have been as big. They wouldn't have been in as prominent positions or locations, which in turn would mean that no one would ever show up. Now at least you have stadiums filling up, and because of that, because there's money, there's players from Europe that want to come to the MLS to play here because they can make money here too. And it's not a Saudi Arabian league where everything, like all the stadiums are empty and it feels fake. The competition, the MLS, is a real competition, and it's getting stronger because there are actual players that actually want to play here. Not just because of money, but having enough money makes it so much easier to say, yes, I'll come.
The Rapids are the least valuable franchise
Oh,
in the
yeah.
MLS.
Oh, yeah.
not surprising.
Worth $400 million.
Yeah. Okay. So I was
400
way off with
million.
100
That's
or something.
insane. That's insane amount of money. And that's the other challenge. Like you think internationally and guys that you want to bring over, yeah, they want to go to places like New York, LA, Miami.
Because
You're gonna have a tough
those
time.
are the top five: to LA, Miami, New York,
Yeah.
New York.
I mean, I used to go to Spain every summer as a child, and kids.
Oh, I'm sorry, Atlanta, New York.
People would always ask me if I've been to New York, if I've been to LA. I'm like, no, I'm from Colorado, and they're like, oh, Colorado, the Grand Canyon, right?
yeah.
And I'm like, no, like you're gonna have such a hard time getting people to want to go everywhere. And then suddenly you're turning into a very top heavy, and it turns into what like Spain, the EPL is, where it's only the same 3 or 4 teams that are at the top every year.
Get
So
better
it gets,
then. I don't know. What to
it gets
tell you.
convoluted in that
How would a
sense.
team from Denver, from Commerce City, ever get better
Commerce
than a
City.
team
Well,
from New
so
York?
you want to know what the real embarrassing
Commerce,
part
very shitty.
of them being the least valuable franchise is in the MLS? Do you want to know the worst part? KSE, Kroenke Sports and Entertainment, is the second most valuable sports management franchise in the world.
Yeah. For people that don't know,
it's MSG then KSE.
for people that don't know, the Colorado Rapids, the MLS team here in Denver, in Commerce City, is owned by Kroenke Sports and Entertainment. Kroenke is also the owner of the Denver Nuggets, of the Colorado Avalanche,
Arsenal,
the
the Los Angeles Rams.
Yeah, exactly. So the biggest teams, and the Colorado Rapids.
Yeah. This ends his. Did Arsenal win?
All right, halftime.
And to think that he could sell it right now for $400 million and probably make a giant profit doing so.
Has Arsenal? Did Arsenal win the EPL?
I need a halftime
They
myself.
were very, very close for the
recently?
first time
Drank
in
a lot of tea.
10, 15 years.
Okay.
But they came in second because
This year.
Yeah, they
So-
gave it away in the last
So
weeks.
that would have been his fourth consecutive championship in his fourth different league.
Yeah.
So he won the Super Bowl 3 years ago, the Stanley Cup 2 years ago, the NBA championship last year, and it was looking like he had a chance to win the EPL this year.
Yeah.
That guy has the least valuable MLS franchise in the
Yeah,
fucking
it's
league.
wild.
Like that is purely like you're making those decisions. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah. Oh, there's a comment here. Crying with the hat on, Jay, which is a Dutch saying.
Yeah.
Huilen met de pet op. And it means it's horrible. You're just crying. You're crying about the game.
is this that? So again, like, and this is where.
Well, it's also just a saying. But it's just, like,
Right.
how
But-
many tournaments does the Netherlands have? Every 2 years. European Championships, World Championships. And it is the tournament. So you want to perform well.
But I mean, like, again, to me, 1-0 at halftime, like, you're right in it.
But
You're
the
shot
fact
away.
is, you're behind against Austria, a team that you should beat if you want to be considered a contender for
Right,
the
but
title.
you still got a full half. I think you're right in it. You're right in it. Why is it making you do that so often?
I don't know. Yeah, but if you look at how they're playing, it's just not very good. It's just not exciting. Oh, no. I need to request a new code.
Oof, I'm gonna need some food.
Yeah, me too.
You need what?
I'm gonna need some food soon.
Oh, wait.
I'm with you. Add the relegation, JJ.
You
Bring
just
it
got
over
a-
here.
You just got a new code. Ah. Terrible game.
JJ, after this on the show, we're probably gonna mostly talk about last night.
That's fine.
Did you watch that
I
game?
think we should. No, I did not watch Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Final. You son of a gun. Who do you think I am? On a Monday night, too. What else was I going to be doing? I did watch some Costa Rica versus Brazil. Did you see 0-0? How did Brazil draw Costa Rica?
I didn't see that. Wow. If I also just can leave it.
Yeah, because this is the one that we're on. That's me. I don't know what.
Oh, that might be my own.
Yeah.
On. Let's just see what happens.
Because I'm not on Safari.
What's the France game looking like right now?
No one cares. This is a Netherlands watch along. JJ.
It matters.
I know I'm fucking with you.
It matters to anyone who cares about the Netherlands.
Right now they are.
A riveting 0-0. Oh,
Oh yeah, there you go.
look at all those Polskas. Arif Dean, good friend of ours, big France guy.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Why is he a France guy?
Yeah, why?
I think he just had to pick a team when he was younger, and in '98 they won the World Cup, probably right around
Oh.
his fandom,
All right.
and he just stuck with them.
All right.
I'm sure he has other reasons too, but I think that's the main one.
Unbelievable. Should I get us some snacks?
Yeah, I gotta go up and talk to Blake here in a little bit. I'm just gonna tell him to order us food. But you can go up there and get stuff if you want.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Well, now that Jay's gone, just kidding. He's right there. He's going to walk right back across the screen. Whoa, that's a crazy mask.
That is Mbappe.
Did you even see who I was talking about, or did you just know based on it was a
There's
crazy
only one
mask?
mask
Oh, okay,
right now.
okay.
Get some highlights going of this game. And when does group actually
I'm
finish?
back.
Is it tomorrow?
Because Spain's done, right?
think in
You
2
said
days.
Spain's already done as of
Yeah,
yesterday.
they had their last group game yesterday,
Which they won.
which they won. Went 3-0. Not a big deal.
Wednesday.
Wednesdays, yeah. So tomorrow's the
Yeah.
last day of group.
Do we
Portugal's
really have
already
to rewatch
through.
this over and over again? I don't know what's on Dutch TV right now, but
Me neither.
We just rewatched that 1-0, and now the chance that he's missing.
Oh, I'm guessing he's not left-footed. So this is if results hold. Man, poor Poland. There's a good chance they get out of this without a single point. You feel bad for a team like that. Who else were some of the...
Oh, we're not going to get into this right now. We're going to talk about it on the hockey hour.
duds of the tournament? That was
Dude,
it.
Arizona, speaking of
Speaking of duds,
teams that don't, that you feel bad for. Brutal, dude. The Arizona Coyotes, just brutal. Did you see all that? The owner officially walked away.
he got paid.
Dude, they said he's gonna end up profiting about $500 million
There you go.
for a franchise that was playing out of a college arena, dude.
Sounds like the Rapids, doesn't it?
The
The Arizona Coyotes, the Colorado Rapids of the NHL.
Well, dude, I just the land auction. I could not believe that. They knew it was zoned for a youth hockey arena, not an NHL multi-purpose entertainment district, and they were like, "We'll figure it out. We just got to do this, and
We
we'll
just
figure
got
it
to
out
change the
later."
zoning.
Right? It's like, you idiot, you idiot. Yeah, we'll talk about that a bunch later. All right, Jay was saying this is an absolute disaster of a game so far, and I was telling him maybe this is just me not knowing anything, but 1-0 at halftime seems fine. And you're in it.
Yeah, if there's any Dutch people watching, can you guys explain to Jesse, a non-soccer guy, why this is a terrible game so far? Because I think the Netherlands is just not good enough right now. They're not showing that they're going to be better in the next 45 minutes.
Yeah, but you have
with,
nothing to play
with
for
hockey,
here.
what I've seen with hockey is, you have everything to play for. Momentum. You want to get in first in the
Momentum's not a
group.
real thing in a tournament like this.
Oh, it so is. It's exactly why Croatia became a semi-finalist in the World Cup and is now out.
Soccer is very overreactionary. You have to keep that in mind.
I wasn't going to say that. I didn't want to be mean and say that. But this feels like you're going through no matter what happens in this round, or in this game.
If the Netherlands were up 1-0 right now, greatest game of all time because they got firm control of first place in the group.
Absolutely.
What if it was 0-0? How would you be feeling?
Boring, bland, not good enough.
Well, and the last game
But
finished.
anything can happen.
The last game finished 0-0. So when you're just like not scoring goals, but you're still hanging in there,
Yeah. It's
See,
just
and
not
again,
good
like-
enough to win a tournament.
Like, to me, well, and I got great news for you, Jay. Can't win the tournament today. All you can do
Gotta
is
get
play
hot.
against Austria.
That is such bull. Nah, if you can't win this game, how in the world are you gonna win? I've seen hockey games just be turned around, or hockey playoff series be turned around.
Great example.
That
of it.
doesn't really happen that quickly in soccer. If you can't find your rhythm, you're gonna be ousted.
I don't know. I just don't. I think that's the beauty of all sports is that things change in an instant. That's why you watch. Otherwise, we'd turn this off and go upstairs right now.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, yesterday we had our rundown for the daily, and in it said, Italy out, biggest surprise of the tournament.
And then the last second.
In the was there anything about that Italy game that felt like they were going to do that? And then a quick break, a small little breakdown, two players run into each other. There's a little bit of room to walk into space, and it's a beautiful shot with just seconds left on the clock.
I don't think Italy is gonna survive the next round.
But you don't know, and that's why you're going to tune in.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you just got to win 4 games in a row, and you're the champion, right? I mean, I'm with Jesse.
It's again that
you got to ride the waves.
Seeing like
European
you're
soccer.
talking me out of being into soccer because what you're saying is, the results are decided ahead of time based on who's got the momentum, and
Hey,
the game's basically over at halftime. It's
I'm
like,
still
all right,
watching.
why
I'm
would
just
I watch
sad that
this?
the
then?
Netherlands is down.
You can be sad that the Netherlands is down, but it's 1-0. You're one shot away. You're one shot from being right back into a tie game, and then this game goes from being terrible to, like you said, boring, tie.
This might also be
Boo.
just be the Dutch person in me that's just hyper realistic to the point of pessimism. That's just what Dutch people do.
I think you're behaving as a standard sports fan right now. Like I think you're watching your sports fan. JJ and I literally deal in this business. We deal with people who watch the Avs, live and die on those performances, and then take it out on social media. It's a complete. I'm not criticizing you. It's a completely natural way of.
What's crazy about
being a
hockey? We just talked about how many games soccer players play. You guys have 82 regular games in a season. So 2 days later, you can win again. I guess in the tournament that's the same. But but usually you don't play that many games. So if you lose momentum, it's just gone. You can play the next game a week later.
Mm-hmm. And that's why I said I don't think momentum's a real thing at this time of year. Because there's so many factors that change. You're especially in a tournament like this, you have great momentum. You just won 3 games in a row. You're through to the next round. Well, you're going up against another team that's got that same kind of momentum coming from their side of the bracket. So, like, this time of year, it's, again, I don't know shit about the ins and outs and X's and O's of soccer. But to me, it's about which team can execute at the most sustained rate for the longest. And that means that you're not always going to have your A game. Again, we just saw one of the most thrilling Stanley Cup finals play out in hockey history. And that was a game where it looked like the Florida Panthers had all the momentum. They'd put the Oilers away. Then the Oilers came storming back. And last night, where it looks like the Oilers are this unstoppable force, suddenly 2 games in a row, the best player in the world is held off the score sheet, and the Oilers lose. There's all kinds of crazy drama that can happen. But every Oilers fan was 100% certain they were going to win that game last night up until the final buzzer. And when they lost, it was 10 different people's fault. I think you're just having a normal sports fan day, and I'm here for it, and I love it.
Exactly.
I don't think you need
Jesse,
to defend anything.
If you're going to get into soccer, you got to learn to ride the waves. Don't be so level-headed.
All I'm doing is riding the
It's
waves.
not as fun.
All I'm doing is riding the
This
waves.
is the worst game in Dutch history. But if they come out 1-1 or even 2-1,
It's an all-time classic.
they're back, baby. They're back, and the Euro's within reach.
It's the Looney Tunes gif. He rips off the sign. It's over. We're back. It's over. We're back. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, I don't know if I should say anything right now. I think you're right.
You should say everything.
Yeah.
You haven't been anywhere near as dramatic throughout this game as I was hoping. That was an own goal. I was hoping you were going to throw yourself on the floor
Well,
for
that's
it.
also just because we're talking about everything so much.
You know what I'm just realizing?
So the second half, I'm going to...
Understanding why this isn't going well.
Oh, the lights. We got to turn on the Dutch lights.
That's what it is. That's what it is. We got some beautiful orange lights here.
There we go.
I think we even have a plug-in somewhere that we can, like, switch to orange disco lights, but I'm not sure if that works.
I don't know if he's got it queued up over here.
Maybe on the iPad?
It's on the iPad for sure.
There's an iPad around here?
Yeah, on the other side.
Oh, cool. We got all
There
the
you go.
gadgets and gizmos here.
I just
Oh, we got some orange light here.
I just
don't know
changed
if
the
you can
lights
see
to
it.
orange when the Netherlands comes back to win this.
You're welcome.
I'm feeling
Remember.
so much better already. I think we're going to win this. Like, it's going our way. I feel it.
I mean, I get a lot about what you're saying. If you can't control a game against Austria, what are you supposed to do in the knockout stages? It's not giving you much hope moving forward, but there's still an entire half to play. I think the Netherlands have shown to be the better team so far. They're just not finishing. They're not executing.
I feel like Austria is pressing very high. But we'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah, second half I'm gonna try and talk a little bit more about the game we're watching. To get
Yeah.
into it a little more, to cry and shout a little bit more.
That's fine.
'Cause
Look
that's
how
what
orange
Jesse
that
wants me to
stadium is.
be.
Half of the Netherlands are there. Whoa.
There we go. This is the white
Getting us ready
lights.
for the second half.
Still pretty cool. Oh, disco.
So what's the dialogue on Memphis Depay's headband?
Well, media love to, and I think there's some racism in here. The media love talking him down because he tries to be fashionable and tries to do things besides soccer. And granted, he hasn't performed as well in the last 5 years, even 4 years, as he should have with his caliber. So then when he suddenly wears something extravagant, because a headband is extravagant in the Netherlands, he's getting criticized. But I think it's also just an easy way to criticize, demonize one person for doing something that is out of the norm in the Netherlands. And why not just say, hey, he wore a headband and keep going and talking about the sport?
It's out of the norm for soccer, though. It's like in hockey, there's comparisons to people who wear tinted visors or white gloves.
But why is that a big deal? Why does it have to be a big deal, especially for media? Like if a person says it, people can have opinions.
I
There
like
we go.
this. 4 on
Xavi
3.
Simons is out.
4 on 3.
To Gakpo.
Goal.
Yes! Let's go! Woo! And Jesse is missing it. Let's go!
Jesse's bad luck. Let's keep him in the bathroom.
Woo! That is him. That is him. Cody Gakpo. Wow.
Is that who
That was beautiful.
somebody said that was going to score?
Yep.
Oh.
Exactly him.
Good touch. Good touch with the goal lights.
Wow. That was a good goal.
Well, it was a good rush upfield.
Yeah.
Good tackle there, and then they were 4 on 3 the other way.
Wow.
Great job by him to stay onside.
That was really good. This is typical.
And a
Cody
great
Gakpo.
finish. Cut to the inside, blast with the right. Amazing finish. That was fun to watch.
Very good.
Now, we're back, right?
Oh yeah, I'm feeling so good right now. If we do this 1 or 2 more times, I mean, we have controlled the game. Yeah, really good. This is what we needed. And the fact that France is still 0-0, this is good. It was really good.
Everything's coming up Dutch. Freaky deaky Dutch. 11 goals in 27 appearances. I like that guy. He's good.
Oh yeah. No, he plays for Liverpool now.
Look at that crowd's
Look at
going
that.
crazy.
Look at that. Live standings. Netherlands, number 1, baby.
They were just third a second ago.
Yeah.
Nothing compares to a European soccer crowd. If any of our viewers out there have never experienced that, put that on your bucket list because it will change your view of sports altogether, especially American sports.
Yeah, especially American
Like
sports.
we think college football is probably the closest thing we have to it, and even that isn't comparable to what you've got going on with 45,000 people jumping in unison, singing the exact same song,
It's not
lighting things on fire, waving flags. Nothing like
that
it.
crowd is living it right now. There is no one there who is not so into it that they could cry or laugh or scream or whatever. And I think in a lot of American sports, if you look at college sports, which is the biggest crowds, they're still there just to have fun. And they hope their team wins. But if they lose, whatever.
Yeah.
That's not the case here.
Well, and I think this is what I'm a little worried about when it comes to the United States, the World Cup. I don't think there's very many people in this stadium that we're watching that are indifferent.
No.
You're either a Dutch fan or you're an Austrian fan. Where here in the United States, we're going to get a lot of indifference. We're going to get a lot of people who just got a ticket and want to go watch the game
I
or just
do
want to
think,
go
though-
see a good matchup between two
I do
teams.
think, though, there's a lot of big South American countries, Argentina, Brazil, even Colombia.
Mexico very well represented here in this
exactly.
region of the country.
Europe, it's easy to travel to the U.S., and it's a fun country to travel to. If there's the tournament in Qatar, no one wanted to go to Qatar, but there's some people that will still make the trip because it's a World Cup.
Mm-hmm.
To the U.S., it's fun to go to the U.S. and travel here and have a World Cup. So I think a lot of people will travel to this country to watch the games.
I agree, but there's still going to be a portion of the stadium,
That's going to be American fans.
right.
or
It's going to
whatever.
be let's say Spain versus Mexico game, for example, and you're going to see Cristiano Ronaldo jerseys, right?
Yeah. That's a good comparison. Whew, I'm feeling good about this. I like that Jesse's not here.
Just bringing all the negativity. No, but he changed the lights for us, and now
No, that was John. John did it the last time. John running the board.
well, now they're purple. We got to get them back to orange.
Oh yeah. Oh shit. Wait, I can do that. Hold on. You missed it.
Damn it!
Get the lights orange.
Is it Broncos
Oh. Yeah. Sorry, I thought we did that.
We did, and then you went back and messed with them, and
No, but I thought I changed it back. Whew.
it's all good. But yeah, because you changed the lights
You
to
missed
orange,
it.
look what happened. Now everything's great again. Netherlands are
Yeah,
first
I'm
place in the
I'm
group.
feeling so good.
We're back.
Only one more and we're golden. We are set. Nothing bad can happen anymore. This does show, though, that Austria is a very strong team, and they're gonna go through as the number 3. I'm curious how far they're gonna get in this tournament.
Why is his name Xavi? That's a Spanish name.
He was named after Xavi. His name is Xavi Simons, and he played in La Masia, Barcelona's youth, for 14, 15 years. Then went to the PSG youth. Now he's at Red Bull Leipzig, doing really, really, really well.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Excuse me.
Gezondheid.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I love that.
In Dutch?
Yeah,
The same
Gezondheid.
as German?
That's Gesundheit. We don't like Germany.
Yeah.
Gezondheid. Don't mix that. We don't like
How
Germany.
could I?
We are nothing alike.
What does that directly translate to?
Health.
Health?
Yeah. Me and my wife,
So-
when I
Health.
first moved here, we would literally say health instead of bless you.
So, like, what about cheers,
Proost.
which directly translates to?
Cheers.
Really?
Yeah.
In Spain, it's health,
Salud.
which is health.
Yeah.
And if you sneeze, you say
Something.
Jesus.
Oh, what you say? Jesus?
Yeah.
Jesus?
Jesus. Yeah.
Jesus?
Jesus!
Cut it out.
Yeah, just completely pissed.
Oh, jeez, I missed that. Fuck, I need to pay more attention, guys.
Sorry.
Well, you're back, so we're probably not going to score anymore. Oh, man. We have over 500 people watching.
Yeah, we do.
Is that people watching or people who have watched? I've been
Watching.
curious about
No,
those
watching
numbers.
right now.
Currently watching.
Because it can go down, too.
Are you crazy?
Yeah.
Are you 500 people crazy?
JJ makes me laugh. We pull all this stuff together. This is gonna be awesome. No one will watch though. And then we get on. It's like, I can't believe people would watch this. And it's like that's why we're doing it.
That was my first thought after the daily. I was like, nobody watched it anyway. But people do watch it.
People watch it, man.
Look at him being happy.
That's true happiness right there.
Was it a nice goal?
It was
Yeah.
a very nice goal.
Jay, was it a nice goal?
It was a very nice goal. Yeah,
Cody,
Cody
nice
Gakpo.
play.
Yeah, it was a tackle that turned into a 4-on-3 the other way, and you saw it coming from halfway, and you're like, yeah, they can easily score this if everything goes right.
And then Cody Gakpo, the guy who said, where's this coming?
Cody doesn't sound like a very Dutch name.
He's Dutch. I don't know.
See, just stop the clock. How about just stop the clock?
No, that would be too easy.
That takes out the mystery.
That's also kind of the thing.
Well done, Jesse.
Watching this game right now with Jay.
Yeah, that is how I feel. that was good. That was good. I think they also just had them in the first few minutes. Just, how do you say that? It was unexpected for Austria that the Netherlands came out this strongly.
Well, the Netherlands have both goals in this game.
So would you say that things changed pretty quickly for the Netherlands coming out
Yes,
of the
but
half?
now it's getting back to the status quo of the first half, where, yeah, the Netherlands might be stronger, but it's way more difficult to create chances. So it's still not an easy.
Yeah, there's two teams out there. There's two teams out there making plays. Two teams out there trying to win. It's not just the Netherlands. It's all right.
What's also the case in most American sports is that all teams have a chance always because of salary cap, because of this and that, no promotion or relegation. So all the teams are equally strong almost, and then there's a new winner every year.
Depends on the sport, but for the most part,
Yeah. So
It's
here
relatively
you
true.
can kind of say who's the biggest favorites, and they're usually the same favorites for at least a generation, for at least 10.
for sure. And I actually think that that's more true than you realize in North American sports. But I feel like what you're kind of referring to is it's like the San Jose Sharks just had the worst NHL season in modern history.
So they get the best rookie.
They were horrible. They had the best odds to get the best rookie, and they ended up winning that lottery. But just like Austria, it's a group of professional players, and on any given day, they can put together a game good enough to beat someone else.
They took the Avs to overtime if it wasn't for Cale Makar coming through.
Right. But that team had less than a 0% chance of winning the Stanley Cup. You know what I mean? Like
Less than zero? A negative chance?
they were so bad. So yeah, they could beat you on a given Tuesday, but they didn't really have a chance to win. And I'm getting that vibe based on the way that you're talking about Austria. This isn't really a team that's got a chance to win anything of consequence, but I imagine there's a couple players on that team that are.
Well, yeah, right. There's some teams that,
Do you have to qualify for this tournament?
yes.
Oh, yeah.
Their championship is getting out of group for some teams, right?
Yeah.
It's like with some teams, it's like, hey, we made the playoffs. We're happy.
Right.
The New York Islanders, right? Wow, holy cow, we made the
Made it
playoffs
in.
this year. What a great year it was. Where if the Avalanche just make the playoffs, it's kind of a bad year.
Totally.
There we go. Nope. We don't go. Oh,
There you go.
Mbappe scored.
Is the pitch wet?
Penalty. Yes.
Just like a little wet all
Yeah.
the time?
Yes.
Okay.
At halftime, they'll even run the sprinklers.
That makes sense. I've always wondered why they're all so slippery out there.
Yeah.
Every celly, they slide for 11 feet on their shins and knees, and it's just so impressive.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Oh,
Oof.
my God. That's
Oh my goodness.
2-1.
That's going to count. It's over.
Yeah, put it back on. Yeah.
Or actually, should I just go in and hold on?
Yeah, just leave the it's over on
I
now.
got an idea.
Fuck me. Right as France scores.
It's all because of the headband.
You were such a Dutch media personality.
I'm just not a big fan of Memphis, right? Because of he
How-
could play for the U.S. if he wanted, and he's very much just like, hell no, never would even consider it.
Is Memphis Depay half American?
Yeah, he is. His dad's American. Apparently, I think his dad
Oh yeah, but
wasn't present in his life,
Yeah.
so he's like,
he doesn't even put his exactly. It's over. It's over. But he doesn't even wear his last name on his shirt.
right.
It's always Memphis.
That's the most American part of his name. Is it not?
That is true. I have heard of Memphis before. Never been. Never been.
Me neither. But yeah, why wouldn't you just take your mom's last name at that point?
I don't know. There's probably a story there.
Yeah.
Ugh, fuck this. I don't like this. I don't like this game anymore.
I'm just happy to see goals.
Me too.
Nothing worse.
I said it in my tweet. There is nothing like watching a high stakes game with someone that lives and dies on everything when you have no dog in the fight.
Yeah.
I'm just looking for entertainment.
I want the Netherlands to be on the same side of the bracket as Spain because it'd be just fun.
And
for
so how do we get that?
this.
They need to come in second, which is
So what?
they need to tie here.
All right.
Yeah. I don't
I-
want to get in. I don't want to play against Spain though right away. I don't know if we're gonna win that.
But it would be fun for like what we got
would
going on
Let's
here.
do it in the
love
final.
a Spain-Netherlands game so much.
It's gonna
I would be
happen.
all about that.
I can feel it. It's gonna happen, but I hope it is the final. Actually, Spain's probably gonna get kicked out by Germany. It's gonna be Germany.
It's gonna be tough. They play Germany in the second round if they get through.
Exactly. And
This
we're
guy
gonna
blew
score-
it twice earlier. I am always impressed. Ooh. At their ability to play in real tight quarters along the edges. Like there's times where like, oh, that ball's out of bounds, and they dancing.
Yeah.
All right, down 2-1 with an undetermined amount of time left.
Time to make some substitutions.
I'm glad we got this background worked out for more than one emergency thing. Look at this, the Netherlands.
What
What
was the
other-
other emergency?
We needed something for Broncos, and I didn't have your orange moving graphic, and we needed something orange. So I made this in
It's nice.
about 14 seconds. So I'm glad you like it.
Yeah, nice.
It looks better on camera than it does
No, it
up
looks great.
close.
Looks great. Jesse, what's your stance on the changing of the jerseys concept?
I'm gonna need you to expand.
So usually after the game, they'll exchange jerseys.
Yeah.
That's kind of where it came from. I think they're starting to do it in basketball and stuff.
Yeah,
now.
I see him do a lot in the NBA. I see him do it in the NFL too.
Oh yeah.
I think it depends on the stakes of the game. Regular season game, pool play, whatever. I don't really give a fuck. If
But,
a team like knocks you out, your season's over at the hands of this person. Can I have your jersey? I don't love that.
Right, that picture that we put up in the daily of Luka Modric, right? He had an Italian jersey draped around his neck.
Right. It's like, oh, are you sure you want to remember this?
And not only that, like some dude was just sweating in that for an hour and a half.
Could you imagine if Tyler Sagan skated up to Nathan McKinnon after Game 6 and was like, hey, do you want to swap jerseys? Nate would have been like, I'll kill you. I'll kill you right now.
I'll murder your family. Yeah, and I think the sweatiness part is gross too. Like I would hate to both be sweating and then be like, here's my jersey, and I'm like, yeah, let me put it all over myself.
Yeah, most of them don't wear it though. It's like a memorabilia eventually of your whole career, which is pretty cool. I just got a text from Scott, the guy who I watched the France-Netherlands game with. He predicted Austria to be a strong team this game. And he just texted me, Austria is playing great. Yeah, I know, Scott.
Thanks a lot, Scott.
Scott, what are you what do you think? I'll read your comments in this chat or in this stream. Curious what your predictions are for this game and how you see the Netherlands playing. Let's see if he's listening.
Oh, no longer first, back down to third place in the live standings.
Yeah, I know, JJ.
I love Jesse's commentary. Oh, is this
Wait,
your wife?
that's my wife.
Yeah. Spiteful against soccer, but you know all Americans are thinking it. I'm not trying to be spiteful. It's what I would like to see for me to truly be able to get into it more.
He's just a spiteful person. It's just who he is.
Spiteful? I don't think I'm spiteful.
Jasmine, can you not give Jesse too much
I think-
praise?
I think I'm a lot of things. I don't know if I'm spiteful. I think.
You want to change shirts after this?
Yeah.
All right.
It's just-
Scott is saying, seeing a 2-2 draw and a late goal by the Dutch.
Let's see
I
what
don't
the
know if
odds
a
are
2-2
on
draw
that.
will do it, though. I mean, we'll come in second, but that's going to get us into the hardest matchups in the round of 16.
Let's be honest, Jay. I don't see the Netherlands getting to the final. So our only hope for a Spanish-Netherlands matchup.
Really, this Dutch team, who's down 2-1 now against
A draw is
Austria,
a plus
can't get
220
to the
right now.
final? Oh yeah, that's the American betting. I still don't understand all of it. It's +2,
Plus 220.
so you win 220 if you bet $1.
If you bet 100, you win 220.
$2.20 for every
Oh
dollar.
yeah,
that you bet.
I bet with smaller amounts. So $2.20 for $1 is
Yeah,
also
sure.
the case.
Yes.
But yeah, you can bet $100 too.
Netherlands a plus 650 to win. Ooh.
Dude, I'm just realizing I never texted Kyle Fredrickson back like last week. So, Freddie, if you're watching, oops,
Sorry about it.
my bad.
Plus 225 now. Ooh. It's
All
tempting,
right.
it's
So
tempting.
apparently, France versus Poland is a very boring game, and Poland isn't even trying anymore. 'cause they're
Actually,
out.
hold on. I want to speak directly to your wife. I just remembered that she was flaming me the other day in a text to you, making fun of
About
my
your
shoes.
shoes.
Yeah, I'm wearing regular Vans today, Jasmine.
I loved those Crocs.
I mean-
I want them.
Oh, I think
I-
Jesse has the worst shoe game.
So, do you
Of
want to know what's
anybody I know.
hilarious about this? You used to say the exact opposite. You used to always praise my shoe game.
Well, that's before you started wearing Crocs on a regular
I
basis.
turned 30, JJ. They're no bullshit. Those are called the recovery Crocs. They're like great for your knees and ankles and stuff. They're great.
That is literally something I could see Kanye West wearing.
Well, it's because of Kanye West that I can wear those out in public. He made wearing ridiculous rubber shoes semi-acceptable.
I like them. I can't
Thank
lie.
you. They are my favorite shoes. I was gonna wear them today. They're dirty. I'm washing them before we go to Vegas. I wore them to New York earlier this year.
Your which ones?
My Crocs that
Oh.
we're all making fun of.
They're gonna melt on the Vegas sidewalks.
They might.
I'm exclusively bringing Spain jerseys. I'm gonna wear a different Spain jersey every day we're out there.
Crocs are. I tell these guys all the time. Crocs are suitable for anything. I'll wear this to a wedding, a funeral. I'll wear them on a show.
No, it's-
I'll wear them to the beach.
Yeah.
I'll wear them to the
Anything
job
he said.
site.
Anything he
Poland
says
looking
is
to be the
suddenly not.
biggest losers of the tournament. They're the only team so far without a single point.
Yeah.
So sorry, Poland.
It's
It's not very
damn it.
dobre.
I forgot what I was gonna say.
That's Polish for
Oh,
good.
I wore them. I wore them to New York. And I went to go get a massage, and I wore them to the massage place, and someone there called them my Mickey Mouse shoes.
And they turned you away. They said, we will not
no.
massage you. Mickey Mouse shoes. Yeah, that's yeah. Donald Ducks, maybe? Your Air Donalds?
There's a lot more context to this story that I'm not going to fully get into because we're coming down to an amount of time left that I'm not fully sure, and it's getting down to the wire.
22
probably.
minutes.
There's a comment here from someone, and it is mostly for you, mostly for you probably. Do you guys think there should be penalties to determine a winner if there was a draw after 90 minutes in the
Yes.
group stage?
Yes, tying is the worst thing that could ever happen in the history of sports.
But shootouts are just such a lame way to determine a
You think
result.
and you don't think that just tying, hey, nobody wins or loses today, gang. That was fun for nothing. We could have not played and gotten the same result.
Neither
You don't
of you
need a
deserved it.
winner in a competition.
Then don't
format.
play.
Not in a competition.
Don't play
format.
then.
What do you mean?
We're just
don't
gonna not play tonight. We think we're gonna draw this
It'll
one.
probably be a draw.
Shake hands.
Because tying is the exact same result as not playing.
No, you get 1 point.
Nobody wins.
If you win and your opponent, or if you draw and your opponent in the scoreboard loses, you win a point.
Right. So give them both a point and then do penalties to determine a winner.
Why?
What's the point in competing if you're all just gonna go home buddies?
Penalties and overtime are a special thing for tournaments. If that happens, it's
I mean,
exciting,
if you're
it's
fine
thrilling.
with just mediocrity and nobody winning, then yeah, sure.
How is tying
If
mediocrity?
if you want a loser mentality, absolutely.
How is tying mediocrity, but then tying and then
You
doing
don't
penalty
win.
kicks not?
I think
Because
the
you get-
challenge is
you get a
like,
winner.
you're only allowed.
I don't care about having a winner if it doesn't mean
Right,
anything.
right. See, if you don't care about winning, then yeah, who cares if
You're
you win
only
or lose?
allowed. Okay, and this
You're
is only
putting words in my mouth.
this
now.
is only
No,
recent.
I just
I didn't-
rearranged the words that you did put out. But it
You-
was a lie either way.
You're only allowed 5 subs. It used to be you were only allowed 3.
Okay.
So if you're making these guys play 120 minutes just for a group stage, I think that's where it kind of is like, it's not worth making all these guys play that much just for a group stage game.
Takes 30 minutes to do penalties.
No, the overtime session.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's talk about this.
We're just going
entirely
straight to
new topic
just going
now
straight to
about
shootouts.
overtime. Well, so again, and here's the other thing I don't like about soccer overtime. It's not sudden death, right?
Right. I love that about it. It's like, oh wow, this is close to being over, but it might not be.
And again, maybe it's over.
Stupid
Maybe it's
Jesse.
goal. Is that the winner?
We'll see.
Who knows? We're
You
not
don't like,
really
all right,
sure.
like
We
a
got-
rebuttal, a chance to for
We got
the other team.
Weghorst into the team now. He is our striker who is not good, but scores
Oh, okay.
always.
Really? He's
Always.
just got one of those scores touch,
He's unbelievable. I love the guy. He scored
but he's not any
against-
good.
Well, he's not good enough for the major leagues, but his willpower and
He's the Eustace Annanen of the Netherlands.
but even he's so important in the World Cup.
He's the Riley Tufty of the Netherlands.
It was the semifinals against Argentina, quarterfinals. No, semifinals against Argentina, World Cup. We were down 2-0. Guess who scores twice?
Windhorst.
Weghorst.
Weghorst.
The last one in the last second. And now against Poland. Who scores the 2-1? Weghorst.
Weghorst. Love
Nice.
that.
Very good.
Thank you.
So, yeah, I'm putting all my money on Wout Weghorst.
Let's see what
The
that would
score.
win you.
Do it then. Put all your money there, Jay.
No, it's more a saying. I'm not JJ.
I'm not a degenerate.
I've been crushing bets lately. Goal score, live
There
player
he goes.
props.
There he goes. No, not even.
Weghorst plus 1,200 to score. Right.
Oh!
Oh.
Not even close.
You guys got me.
The TV is far away.
I
The
was
TV
gonna
is
say
far
that,
away.
that was perspective. I was totally with you. I thought that was gonna be at least a look here. I'm assuming this means what drama? Oh, we did it
I
at the
was just
exact same
putting-
time.
Wat een drama. Ja, wat een drama. Verschrikkelijk, hè?
Oh, here, look. I think I can even do this. Hold on.
Ja, wat een drama. Het feit dat er 2 achter staan tegen een Oostenrijk.
Can't understand you, Jay. I'm just kidding. I mean, I can't, but keep going.
Let's see how much you get from this. Als we vandaag niet winnen van Oostenrijk, dan geef ik onszelf heel weinig kans om echt ver te komen in het toernooi. Sowieso omdat je dan tegen veel moeilijkere tegenstanders speelt dan wanneer je eerste wordt. Maar vooral omdat je gewoon laat zien dat je gewoon niet goed genoeg bent. We hebben heel veel goede spelers, maar we komen er gewoon niet doorheen. Oostenrijk is een sterke ploeg, hè? Dus het is niet zo dat we de volgende ronde meteen uitliggen. Maar ja,
Nou,
wij mogen als Nederland toch ook wel laten zien dat we beter zijn dan dit. Right?
I didn't catch a single word, but now do it in Frisian.
Oef. Ja, had we dit net winnen van Oostenrijk, dan wordt het echt heel lastig de komende ronde. Vooral omdat we net eerste worden en dus lastiger de chinstanders krijgen. Maar ik, omdat...
I can hear the difference, though.
No, Frisian is very different.
I can hear it. Yeah.
Yeah, so Frisian is my mother language. And...
The Frisian freak. That's what we should start calling him around here.
Frisian freak.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
I love that.
So Frisians, they're not exactly descendants of Vikings, but I always love saying that they're descendants of Vikings.
All right,
my wife-
there's more stuff in here. I don't know what it says.
We have a lot of strong players, but not at this tournament.
Where are they?
Agree to disagree. We have Frankie de Jong, who's injured. How many other players besides Frankie de Jong would be a lot better than what we have now?
Van Robben?
I don't know.
Or Robin and Van Persie?
Oh, yeah.
Van Nistelrooy?
Oh, yeah. Those players who retired 15 years ago.
I loved Van Nistelrooy when he was with Madrid.
Of course, because he was with Madrid.
Yeah. Oh!
Oh,
Yes!
Oh!
Yes! Memphis!
Memphis!
Memphis with
You
the
wear
headband!
the With the headband.
Memphis
With the
Depay.
headband.
Oh!
Wait.
Called off. Offside?
It's the headband.
Oh,
They're going to look at it. Yeah, it's over.
Oh, they tried to call him for a handball?
wait, are we back?
Handball?
Review it, sir.
A handball?
Review it, sir. Are we back or are we...
No, it's over.
Oh, it's over.
It's over again. Let's see.
Fuck. I mean,
That's
A
what
handball on who?
you wear a headband. He thinks he's playing basketball out here.
that is not a head.
No.
That is, okay, that's gonna be a goal. They're gonna review it. That's gonna be a
All
goal.
right, we're back.
That is not. Yep. That is not. How in the world does he even blow the whistle for that?
Yep.
It never touches his arm.
No handball. That was a sick finish.
Boom.
We got a comment here saying
Boom.
offside. Is it offside?
No, he was looking
We
at
have
the
someone
hand.
saying Barry van Aerle.
Barry van Aerle. That is an old Dutch player.
Van. There's not enough Vans
Like
on this team.
he's like in the 70s or 80s. I'm too young for that, but
All right, it's a goal check.
it's a goal.
That's the sign for
Yeah.
review.
Is John around? Can we do the lights when it's an actual goal?
Hold on,
Not-
we,
not
we
yet.
don't
Not
know
yet.
yet though. It's
It's
under
a
review.
goal check.
Under review.
You'll see me jump up and then we can do the lights.
Wow, we should have taken that
Here, that is a clear
What did I
goal.
say
It's
it
not
was?
offside.
plus 220.
That is Memphis Depay though. That's not Wout Weghorst.
Yeah.
No. That was a plus 1200 just for
Oh.
the Netherlands to tie
Be
it.
the next goal
Oh
scorer.
wow. He's gonna look. What is he gonna look at?
The review.
But
The
he can just hear them say, "Oh wait, we were wrong," or "You were wrong."
so the-
not a handball.
This is the part of reviews in all of sports that I don't get.
Wait, they can already goal. Are they ahead of us? Nah, this is live TV. It's a goal.
I was gonna say,
It is
I
a goal,
feel like
though.
this
Ah, he's
person's
like, I don't
just-
even have
he's
to look
trying
at it
to like
that
will
long.
it into existence.
After further review, the call on the field has been overturned.
Is it? Yes,
Okay.
let's go! Woo!
Oh, we do need to get a goal horn in here.
We do need a goal horn.
It's the headband. Memphis Depay!
It's because there was no sweat in his eyes. He could
That was
see
a hell of a
Let's
finish,
go.
It's
though.
a great play.
Now let's see the Criticaster stock. Woo! Can you put the "We're back" on?
Oh, I was.
We're back. We're back. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, John. That's beautiful.
Man, we should have taken that plus 220 together, boys.
I didn't even know that was the thing.
That stings. That one stings.
Wow,
We saw
and
it coming.
only with
Scott,
an amount of time that I'm not 100% sure is
Scott
left.
called
That's
it.
Look
crazy.
at these comments. Goal. Offside. VAR check. Sorry, no offside. Goal. Goal. Love it.
4 goals made by
Thanks
the
for-
Orange Army.
Thanks for joining, Jurgen. 4 goals? Yeah, in 3 games. In the group stage.
They've scored 3 today. So
That's honestly what I thought the comment was. I thought the comment was kind of like a.
No, we
shot.
scored 2 goals against Poland. Okay, now we just need one more. Because I think France is still 1-0, right? Let me check. Let me check. Poland missed a penalty kick, Scott says. No way!
Polska.
Uh,
Polska, that was your chance for a point.
oh. Thanks for keeping us updated, Scott. That is horrible. We would have been in first without doing anything. But Poland can't even score this tournament. Lewandowski was the one who missed that penalty kick. No. Missed that penalty kick.
Ooh.
Yes, wait. Scored?
Yeah.
Poland missed a penalty kick, and then Lewandowski did score a penalty kick. Scott, what's going on over there?
Scott, make up your mind.
It was saved by the goalkeeper.
Yep, 1-1. I've got 1-1.
Yeah, I've got 1-1.
Polska!
I've got 1-1.
Bardzo dobre.
No!
Uh-oh.
No!
Oh.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Wait. Yeah, that's a good goal. My word.
Fuck me. How the do you let that happen?
Well, but it's good that Polska tied.
It doesn't matter anymore. How do you let this happen? Yeah, it's over, Jesse. It's over.
It's over. This has been a fun one. I'm so glad we got 5 goals out of
We
this
got
watch
700
along.
people in here right now. hanging
Wow.
out.
Don't do it.
Jesus, how can you defend like that? Seriously, when you put so much effort into scoring
Ooh, that was a sick shot.
and then give it away that easily.
That was a really sick shot. It was so sick I thought he shot it into the side of the net.
Yeah,
but
Sabitzer.
no,
Ooh,
he did
short
not.
side.
Sabitzer
Yeah.
is a good
Aye,
player.
aye, aye.
I like his celly too. He's like, that was cold.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like anything about that.
I do love that they have Sparko racing seats for the benches. They're not actually Sparko, but they look like racing seats for a car that are the benches, and I've always found that hilarious. Jay, don't worry. They have anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes left to get this tied.
Seriously, how do you give that away?
Well, good thing we didn't take that
how
draw
do you give
bet,
that
boys.
away? Yeah, just
Uh-oh.
score one more. Score one more. Just do it.
Jay, what does this say?
Oh, let's see. We're already through. You know that, right?
See,
Yeah.
that's what I was saying.
But
You're already in.
if we lose this, we're going to, I think, one of the worst sides. Or if we come in second, but that's not going to happen. Austria is going to come in first. That is wild. That is wild. It's also just momentum. You don't want to lose this game. You might not have that many games to begin with, so you want to win as many as possible.
Oh, boy.
My goodness.
2-4.
I might
they
just
called
leave
off.
this
That
one
one's
off.
off. That one's off.
Offside.
Oh, okay. All right. We back.
So the Poland versus France game, the first penalty kick was saved by the goalie, but he was called back. I don't know why. Probably because he got off of his line, the goalkeeper, too quickly. So they had to redo it, and then he scored. Yeah, the goalkeeper moved off of his line.
The goalie trapped him offside?
No, that was this is the Poland.
I was gonna say I
penalty
didn't think
kick.
that was a thing.
Well, that is possible if the goalie is in front of the last defender. The defender sort of turns into the goalie for offside. Oh my God, Cody!
This is
That would've
fun.
been
This is
something.
fun. Both the goals in the France-Poland game penalty kicks. So glad we're not watching that game.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
That's boring. This game.
No, Ronald. Doe eens wat. Yeah, what can you even change about this team right now? You have Weghorst in there. He decided to take Ake out for Van der Ven. I don't know why. It's not a bad decision, but it's not going
Uh-oh.
to change anything in the game. Yeah, you don't have too many. Oh, Xavi Simons, that was so good. I don't think there's too many players that you can bring on right now that can really change something still.
Yeah, I don't know enough about the Dutch lineup.
This guy, he's going to have to do it again. Woutje Weghorst. If Wout Weghorst scores, Guerrilla Sports is going to turn into a Wout Weghorst Stan account for a day. I'm the social media guy, so I can just do whatever I want. I'll just post Wout Weghorst pictures
Just
on our
pictures every day?
Instagram, no context. I do appreciate everyone hanging out with us. So many people. That is
Yeah.
awesome.
730 folks in here hanging out, watching the Netherlands play Austria.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought? All right. All jokes aside, how much time is left?
5 minutes plus injury time.
Well, I know that, but what's
No,
the
that's-
injury time?
We'll
we
find
don't know
out
yet.
at 90th minute.
Yeah.
The guy on the side raises a little
Because
sign.
anything can happen in the
Oh!
in these 5 minutes.
Oh, that was him.
Yeah,
Damn.
Wout Weghorst.
Damn, are there still are there still
man.
live betting odds for him?
He's tall. That's probably why he scores a lot of goals. He's like
Yeah.
a foot taller than everybody else.
And he's strong and he's willing most of all.
Does Weghorst translate to something?
Road horse? I don't know. Not really.
Not really.
Not really.
It's like like with Swedish last names, they all translate to something,
Mm.
right? Like
It's like my last name, Borsma. You could translate it to farmer's mother, but it wouldn't be farmer's mother. Like my name, it doesn't mean
you
farmer's
mother
mother.
farmer. You mother farmer. My last
on.
name is translated to sherry,
Wait,
like the wine.
WEGHORST,
Hmm.
right?
Huh?
WEG.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's plus 1,800 to score a goal, to score the next goal.
I know. It was pretty solid.
And he's going to do it 3 times in this game. Mark my words.
I just put $4.50 on him because I have an odd amount. So let's see him score a goal.
To get yourself to a 5 or a 0.
Yeah.
I do that all the time.
Because I was at 950, and so I did the-
950?
No. Like
$9.50?
no, it was ending in 950, so I got it down to 55.
Oh, there's a good chance here. Hey, referee.
Is that him? 15 in orange.
No.
No, he's the tall guy up top.
Yeah.
What are the implications of the next round of games? Does England have to play, or are they resting?
I think there's I think they're playing at 1.
Yeah, that wasn't
9
my
Dutch
question.
time.
That was not my question at all. Thank you for answering a
You said
different
do they have
question.
to can they rest?
And you said, yeah, they play at 1.
Yeah, I think they cannot rest because they have to play.
Oh.
Let's go. Right side. I'm getting into just coaching.
Yeah, you're
them.
right. They do have to.
Are they playing Serbia
Ooh, see, like,
or Slovenia?
all right, because
They're playing
that
Slovenia.
certainly looked
Mm.
like it went out.
All 4 teams are still alive in that group.
Yeah,
So this next round of
because
games,
England fucking sucks, and they shouldn't.
Denmark,
do.
Slovenia, and Serbia still alive. I mean,
Alright.
England's not gonna.
Let's bring it in.
England playing for
Throw it in there.
to win the group.
Don't sit around. Do something.
Yeah. Someone do anything. How about?
I've learned the hard way that
What a
make
pass.
some speed is
Yeah, that
not
was sick.
English. When I told my wife that, she was like, "What the hell are you talking
What do you
about?"
say?
Make speed. Make some speed.
It's like when I hear people say "give chase."
Give
Sorry.
chase to
It's
the
like
puck.
it means like speed it up. Like
Yeah.
get something going. Make
I
some
get it.
speed. Maak wat snelheid.
Yeah.
right?
Of course. Not
Mark.
Schnellheit.
In Spain, they say, put in your batteries.
Yeah. How do you say that?
Ponte las pilas.
Oh, ponte las pilas. Of course. I'm guessing it's like 4 minutes injury time.
Dude, I just got a email on the awards.
Uh-huh.
They're only announced because they've announced so many. Only awards that we have to sit and watch them announce are Ted Lindsay, Calder, Norris, Vesna, Hart.
The ones that matter.
Normally we have to sit through everything.
And that's Wednesday night or Thursday night?
Thursday night.
So Wednesday night, we kind of just get to come in and get settled.
Yep. So there's someone we're hoping to talk to Wednesday afternoon, and then Wednesday night is probably like our one free night, and we don't have anything the next morning.
I'm picking up what you're laying down. I'm picking up what you're laying down.
6 minutes of injury
All right, yeah,
time.
this is no time to get distracted.
As of right
Jesse.
now,
I
right?
have
Because they
no-
can add to
Yes.
this.
Yeah,
Yes.
I have no idea what you guys were talking about. I literally have no
Stupid
idea.
Jesse.
We're gonna talk to you about it in our meeting later, so you're all good.
Oh, okay.
It was about this week.
Okay.
Jesse's trying to distract us from the task at hand here. We got to pay attention. This is,
I was just reading something I was excited about.
Well, then one of us is excited about something.
What's a good chant? What do the Dutch like to say?
Hup, Holland, hup. No, that's what old
I'm
people
not doing
sing.
that. I can't do that.
Just fuck 'em up. Fuck 'em up.
Go see you.
That's what I thought when you said that.
My brain automatically goes to that. What?
Just random chants. Ah!
What
But like
does this say?
there has to be one
Last
that they
chance.
Ah.
Final chance.
there has to be one that they use more frequently than the others.
So does a draw put you in second?
No, third.
Because
draw
that
would put us in second. Yeah. Because France is also drawing. And
Right.
France would be third, which is crazy.
Schmid.
Wait, no.
Because
That can't be
Schmidty
right.
boy.
well, I guess
no,
I don't
then
know if
Austria is
that
back to third.
because if that France result may not be final, but right now Netherlands has 4 points, France has 5. France is a +1 goal differential. Netherlands is a 0. So a draw here would at bare minimum pull you even with France in the
Yeah, and we would go up.
Yeah.
We would go over them. So we would go in first if we make one more goal, and third if we don't. And I think we need that goal. I think we're not gonna make it too far if we don't. Like, this is way more important than
Now,
some
is
people
that
would realize.
based on who the opponent would be,
Yeah,
or is that
yeah.
just you saying?
No, that's who the opponent would be.
Are we getting right into another show at noon? My God.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm just chilling.
you have to run that
It's a
show
marathon day for your boy.
because Mark isn't here. Mark and Logan are gone.
This is not it.
Oh, there was nobody
yeah,
there.
Just do that.
Yeah, that was an ugly play. Where's my boy?
Is
that him?
No,
Oh.
he's the tall number 9.
Okay, 9. All right. It's like because the tall guy wasn't very helpful. I was like, yeah, they all look pretty equal height at this angle.
Dutchies are tall. Did you know that Dutch people are the tallest people in the world, and Frisian people are the tallest province?
Why aren't
in
there any in the
Netherlands?
NBA?
I don't know. Maybe just because we're average tall, but not like have some very tall people.
And what was the second part? Frisian or
Frisian are the tallest people in the Netherlands.
Hmm.
So basically, I have the best genes in the world. Is
For
what I was
height.
gonna say.
yes?
Well,
So like
thanks
this
for
is all adding time, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Thanks for hanging out with us, guys. This was a lot of fun. This was a great idea to see me be humiliated live on stream. And I'll see you never.
I gotta get home and wash this shirt. It's only valid shirt.
I didn't laundry.
It's only the latest and greatest shirt for a couple weeks.
I just want to see where this pops up if I was hoping it would cover me more perfectly.
Who is that?
That is Bo Nix, our new quarterback for the Denver Broncos.
Who
I was
cares?
I was sitting there looking at how it was arranged. I was like, maybe this will just perfectly lay over top of me on this stream. Oh, Jesus Christ! That was the biggest.
Why the touch?
That was the biggest
Why
blue
the
balls I've
touch?
ever seen in
Yeah.
my life. He took this huge swinging kickback and then just settled it. It's like, okay.
He would have missed it. I mean, he did now too.
Well, can't give him time to block it. That's the most Tyson Berry thing I've ever seen.
Is that Ryan Graves?
Come on, guys. Come on, guys. One more
Fire
good ball.
3 more shots right into that same guy.
One more good ball.
Wait, so they have to add another
Minute or so.
minute or 2 at least?
They never add enough. That's also kind of the thing. They always add less than what is actually.
Again,
Well, I
just
remember in the
stop.
Qatar World Cup,
Seems like a really easy
the
solution.
Qatar World Cup had like 10-minute injury time.
That was the first one where they did where they really added up all the minutes. Now they're sort of doing it halfway because like 6 minutes is still a lot of time for a game where nothing really happened.
Don't tell Jesse that. Don't say that in front of Jesse.
You guys have to admit that when you speak some of these rules out loud, you're like, that's kind of ridiculous.
Wait, you said something? What?
Yeah, I said the Netherlands are losing this game. Pay attention to me. Ugh. Hey, I want what's his name? Uberweiss? No, I'm just kidding.
Dude!
Verhorst.
Verhorst. I'm hard. Oh! Get off the ground! Point in the net.
Oh, Veggie. He almost got it.
Oh. He was just a little bit taller. That would
What's his nickname if he's a hockey player? Veggie or Horsty?
Yeah, Veggie probably.
Veggie.
Veggie.
Nothing beats Stanky.
Who's that?
Dude,
oh,
what are you
Stank
doing?
Oven. That was hilarious. We were sitting there and Tyler Sagan talking about Stanky.
Ooh, you're
Yeah,
going the wrong direction here, bud.
It's over. It is over. I mean, not over, but this game is over.
Oh! Oh my God.
He could not have done worse.
Yes, seriously. Hey, make it an absolutely unplayable ball. Oh, you nailed it.
Everybody did great but me.
He's gonna blow his whistle before we get there again.
Right when it's in the air.
Well, and you see, this is what I don't like. You can see all of the Austrian players like going, "Where's the whistle? Where's the whistle?"
Yeah, it's arbitrary.
Thank you.
I agree.
Oh, I guess I was offside. We were talking about this.
Yeah, I
Really
was
does
off.
seem made up. Oh, he's just trying to dribble it out.
Game. Just blow the whistle.
I'd be a little bit more
There it is.
aggressive. Oh, okay.
Congratulations to all the Austrians in the stream. Did we have Austrians in the stream? I hope not.
No.
Ah!
All right.
It could be
that
pretty
does
funny
it.
sometimes. I appreciate that. I
Oh,
appreciate
you
this
gotta give
game.
him that.
I'm glad that was an entertaining game. That was fun. We did a fun watch along for an entertaining
I'm
game.
glad you guys had fun. No, it's
I enjoyed that.
the Netherlands lost. I mean, it was deserved.
Right.
Austria deserved that win.
Look at that crowd.
And
Wow, that's
a
fun.
really strong team. It just sucks that we're in third now. And we gotta find our way through this tournament now, and I don't think we are going
Well,
to.
you should be grateful to be a third place team getting through because there are some third place teams that wish they could be in that position.
That is true, but we also have 4 points, so you would hope that that's enough. Like, we didn't just lose everything and then have 1 point by one draw.
What
and
a
be
fun
like,
time.
Why can't we go through?
What a fun time in sports. How does anybody with a 9-to-5 job get anything done in a week like this?
Oh, I'm not. Have you guys not noticed?
You don't count.
No, but this is a neat part of your job, Jay. You're getting plenty of work done right now.
Exactly. Well, thank you guys for watching for real. Almost 800 people. That is awesome. I wonder how many of those are Dutch. I think quite a few.
We'll keep this going when we're heading to Vegas tomorrow. But when we get back, we'll keep this going as we move into the.
Yeah, so
Elimination
Jesse,
rounds,
JJ, you guys are going to
rounds.
Vegas for the NHL draft.
Yep.
Hockey.
At the Sphere. Should
That
be
is
fun.
awesome.
But yeah, we'll have all kinds of great stuff on Guerrilla Sports this whole week. And here's to hoping that we get a Spain-Netherlands game here coming up soon. Because I'll
If
sit
that
in the middle.
happens,
I'll
yeah,
sit
exactly.
right there, and you
It
guys.
I was
could
gonna
be-
say if that happens, I can't say this close to you.
It could be the next game. It could be on Sunday.
Yeah.
We'll
well,
see
no,
how it
we
shakes
got
out.
in third, so I think.
Right, so Spain plays the third place
you can
team of either
also-
group A, D, E, or F.
Oh, that's still a draw. Okay. Well, we'll see. Thanks, guys. This was fun.
Yeah.
And so for all the Dutch people tuning in through my Instagram, TikTok, whatever, this is Guerrilla Sports. We cover Colorado sports, but as you see, we do a lot more than that. So make sure to follow us: YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, or X is what they call it.
We're on TikTok too.
We're on TikTok too. I need to start posting more on that TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. Right now, you can leave We're Back on, because in a few minutes, you and JJ will be back with Guerrilla Hockey.
That's right. We'll be back just a few minutes right here on this channel.
See you guys.
Bye-bye.